OPEC has long championed a balanced energy approach, insisting that no source or player should be overlooked. We must embrace all forms of energy, they argue. Yet I'm urging Saudi Arabia and OPEC to lower oil prices, something they, surprisingly, didn't do before the election. Recent shifts in the energy markets have sparked a big question. Are global oil dynamics changing for good? OPEC's latest move has thrown a wrench into America's energy plans. For a while, it seemed the U.S. had the upper hand, but OPEC's production decisions have unleashed a tempest in the global oil market. Is the U.S.'s long-held dominance in oil under siege? Some call it a historic turning point. Others see it as a routine supply and demand tweak. So what's the truth? Is the U.S. oil industry teetering on collapse, or is this all overhyped? Fluctuating oil prices could rattle economies worldwide, igniting debates about whether we're witnessing a seismic shift in energy power. Just as experts predicted the American shale oil boom would crown the U.S., the top energy exporter, OPEC's new tactics have cast doubt on that vision. Heavyweights like Saudi Arabia and Russia are flexing their muscles, ready to dictate oil supply on their terms. Are we staring down the end of the U.S. oil industry, as some fear, or is this just another dip in a famously volatile market? Meanwhile, electric vehicles, renewables, and climate policies lurk on the horizon, forcing fossil fuel giants to evolve or fade. The Trump administration now grapples with juggling energy independence against a global green push, while OPEC's actions sharpen the focus on energy security, oil profits, and the geopolitical struggle for market control. Welcome to our channel. If these bold claims intrigue you, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and give us a like. Today, we're digging into whether OPEC's production cuts and global energy trends spell doom for U.S. oil supremacy or merely mark a new phase in an ongoing saga. Let's unpack the story behind OPEC's jaw-dropping strategy. OPEC recently slashed production quotas to boost global oil prices, but on March 3, 2025, OPEC Plus flipped the script, announcing a 138,000 barrel per day increase starting in April, the first hike since 2022. This caught eyes, especially as giants like Saudi Arabia had pushed cuts to prop up prices and safeguard revenue. Since early 2025, Brent crude has dipped $1.83 per barrel, a 2.45% drop. Meanwhile, the U.S. has doubled down on energy independence, leaning into shale to hit a record 13.49 million barrels per day in December 2024. Can OPEC outmaneuver the U.S. with this bold play? By 2025, global electric vehicle sales are projected to jump 18% to over 20 million units, potentially denting oil demand. Experts say OPEC Plus cuts, led by Saudi Arabia and Russia, are squeezing U.S. producers. High prices might favor shale at first, but market swings and geopolitical friction could drive buyers elsewhere. The U.S. faces record refining demands, yet falling demand or shrinking trade routes could spell trouble. In short, OPEC's cuts and the EV surge are reshaping oil markets. The U.S. industry feels the heat but could adapt with tech and policy shifts. Fossil fuels dominance may wane as renewables and EVs grow, though the speed of this change hinges on many variables. The U.S. oil story isn't just about price. It's under fire from environmental rules and the renewable wave. The Biden administration stresses carbon cuts, while OPEC bets fossil fuels will rule for decades. Who's right? Time will tell if EVs, solar, and hydrogen kill oil or if that's a premature call. Some say OPEC aims to thwart U.S. ambitions to lead the global oil market, a role it seized with shale, eroding OPEC's pricing power. Now, OPEC Plus is striking back with a cut production, set the price strategy. But if prices soar too high, a global recession could tank demand and revenues, a tightrope OPEC must walk. Back in the U.S., collapse theorists point to soaring R&D costs, shrinking profits, and financing woes tied to ESG standards. Banks are shying away from fossil fuels, and shale's profitability is questioned as stocks slide. Yet others call this panic overblown, arguing U.S. innovation can slash costs. What's your take? Geopolitically, OPEC's move has teeth. Saudi Arabia and Russia might see rising U.S. inflation and a possible recession as a bonus. Strained U.S.-Saudi ties, with Prince Salman vowing independence and Russia's Ukraine-fueled rift with the West, hint at OPEC Plus sending a message. Your world order doesn't bind us. This isn't just economics, it's politics. But is oil's total collapse realistic? That's a stretch. Short-term demand won't vanish. Oil still drives transport, petrochemicals, and industry. Still, as the energy shift speeds up, oil's long-term returns may shrink. Will OPEC's cuts slow or hasten this? Higher prices could make renewables more appealing, trimming oil's slice without ending it. U.S. oil titans like Chevron and ExxonMobil reject collapse talk, pivoting to carbon capture, hydrogen, and biofuels. We're not dying, we're evolving, they say. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 echoes this, seeking new income streams. OPEC's unthinkable move could also ripple through U.S. politics. High oil prices might spike inflation, souring voters and cornering Biden. Strategic petroleum reserve sales offer relief, but stocks are dwindling. If OPEC keeps prices steep, the U.S. might hike rates, risking recession. Is this OPEC's real jab? We choke supply, you wrestle inflation? Could it permanently hobble the U.S., Mary? Or can America push back? Global oil supplies persist. Think Iran or Venezuela if sanctions ease, and high prices could lure other producers. The market's roller coaster isn't new, but structural shifts are rarely this sharp. Oil won't vanish soon, but long-term demand could fade if renewables surge. OPEC might be playing a cash-in-now game while U.S. shale, once a golden ticket, faces cost and regulatory hurdles. One side warns of decline, another bets on tech to save the day. What's your read? Is OPEC targeting America's economic core or just chasing profits? Is U.S. oil on its last legs, or is this all hot air? Drop your thoughts below. Subscribe and ring the bell to track energy's wild ride. Like us to spread the word. Next time, we'll probe deeper. Can green energy rise as oil fades, and what's OPEC's endgame? For now, take care. In energy, a single move can shake the world. See you soon. Thanks for watching.